boy, ain't no countdown. That's what's up. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. This Birds of a Feather podcast with your boy Qcity.
Your boy Taj Bravado.
And we are back again for the betting pod. Betting pod on week 2. So for y'all new to the betting pod this season, let me tell you what we do. We go through, we pick 5 games. We pick 5 games happening on the slate for the week. We pick the Falcons game and then our props for the Falcons game. We always start by going over last week's picks. You know, we completely honest on where we went wrong, where we missed, where we hit. The last 2 seasons, we both have ended the season positive. We got to dig ourselves out of a hole after last week, but it's week 1, right? You don't know the lines. Things are set crazy. It's week 1. So, and these are all
props. I was betting on the team, though.
And these are all posted on they posted on all our socials, they posted on Twitter. So like, you know, you hold us to them, you know what I'm saying? So starting off for the season, right? So Taj, I got some bad news, bro. We both went 1-4 on the games this week. I'll start with myself first. So we both chose the Philly and Dallas game. So I had Philly versus Dallas. I had Dallas plus 8.5. They covered that. You had Dallas money line. They didn't cover that one. I felt like Dallas was in the game most of the game. It just, you know, especially like once Jalen Carter got kicked out, I definitely feel like they had an edge. CD, yeah, he had the 4 drops, but he had a monster of a game.
But he had 4 drops.
He had 4 drops. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can't drop the baby. But full wise, bro, like, that's why I laid the points, because I didn't feel like Dallas had it. You know what I'm saying? But what's it called? That weather delay? That's really what threw everything off, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because like every single possession, each team had scored until you got to the weather delay. Another game that had a weather delay, Carolina and Jacksonville. We both had Carolina money line, and like, Carolina was getting beat before, but after the weather delay, they just got their teeth kicked in, bro. It got ugly quick. But to be fair, I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. I really don't feel like it was a terrible day for Bryce. I don't feel like it was a terrible day for him. No, like watching the flow of the game. If you just box score look it looked bad. But like watching the flow of the game, it was like a drop pass on 3rd down, but then Jacksonville would score. A sack on 3rd down, and then Jacksonville would score. And it just like it got out of hand quick.
Well, if I could whistle, I would be whistling right now, but I can't.
it got out of hand quick, but it didn't look terrible till it got out of hand.
It didn't look good either.
No, I ain't gonna say he played well, but like it maybe just making excuses for him. But you remember how many times we come on here.
I ain't got no more excuses for you, cuz.
No. You remember how many times we come on here talking about Ritter, right?
Yeah, but you know, Ritter was in year 2 we were making them excuses. This year 3, this year 3, he was the number 1 pick.
Also true.
I ain't got no excuse for you, gang.
And I thought, I'm not gonna lie, I thought last year was gonna be a year. So like this year, I need you to come up.
Got the talent around you, my boy. I mean, Xavier Leggett might not be no good receiver, but hey.
Boy, I see. What was that tweet? It said Xavier Leggett might be somebody with a country accent. It had me dying. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it said Ted Ginn. Yeah. I think it said Xavier Leggett is like Ted Ginn if he ate squirrel or something like that. That just had me dying, bro.
Like, I did see that one.
Yeah, boy, drink coming out the nose. It was bad. It had me dying. It's not too far a lie, though, to be honest with you. Like, if you ask him to run anything but a 9 route, you might be in some trouble. All right, so getting to the games to pick different. KC versus LA. I had KC money line. That came down to the wire. To be honest with you, I probably would have chose KC again in that situation. Like, it was a little hero ball at the end by Chris Jones. He cut inside. It allowed the outside. It broke contain. He got the first down. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like Chiefs mystique is gone or anything like that. I just feel like wasn't a great game. Arizona at New Orleans. New Orleans was laying 6.5. I thought that was enough. They lost by a touchdown, so really, it was close, and it was a last second
But no
thing.
cigar.
Hmm?
But no cigar.
Yeah. It was the last second. I'm not gonna lie, because you was all over Spencer Rattler, right? Like, you was all over him. You was like, he's a late round QB, but I think he can be something. And he showed he got a little shit to him. You know what I'm saying? He was 0-7 as a starter last year. Now he's 0-8. But if you watch the game, he didn't look terrible. He didn't look overwhelmed. On that last drive, over 3 defenders, or over 2 in front of 1 defender, he put that ball in the only place his tight end could get it. His tight end didn't even get hit. He just lost it going to the ground. Like, what you gonna do? Like I said, it's his fault. He should have walked over there.
He handed it to him.
Handed to him. Put it in his stomach like a running back, because obviously can't expect him to catch it. I don't feel like he was played too terrible there. But the one I was just completely wrong on, Miami at Indy. I had Miami at 1.5. Like, oh, Miami's going to keep it close. McDaniel might not make it to the end of the season. Like, that was the most gutless, lifeless performance I think I've ever seen by you called it. I give you that. That I've ever seen by a team, like, in general. That shit was disgusting, bro. Like,
weak on the lines, cuz.
Bro, like, that was like, and it wasn't that the Colts was doing anything crazy. It wasn't that the Colts was doing anything crazy. They really was like, I'm gonna pull your card, cuz. Like, where you from? Where are you from? I'm beating you down, bro. Like, it was a disrespectful showing. It was a disrespectful showing. And like I said, it don't look like he gonna make it to the end of the season. If you remember Jalen's comments when he went to the Steelers, like, it's good to be around a coach that the team respects. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't respect
there's
buddy.
all that talk. Bruh, do not care about that man. I ain't never been in that situation as a player or a coach, but, like, I can't imagine not playing for somebody you don't respect, like, or playing for somebody you don't respect. Like, yeah, because football is hard. You know what I'm saying?
Like, who are you talking to?
You feel me? You feel me? Who are you talking to, bro? So, yeah, I think, man, they're in for some interesting things coming into next season. All right, so the ones you picked different. Las Vegas at New England. You took New England money line. I'm guessing just they were at home, but yeah, you kind of got screwed there. What'd you see in that one?
I didn't watch it, honestly. I just like the matchup. It didn't play out the way I thought it was going to play out. That's all I got.
I saw it kind of in the peripheral, and one of the, like, we were in Vegas, so everybody's like a Vegas fan and whatnot. It seemed like the Raiders jumped on top early, and then, like, or it was like 10-10, and then they got did they get a touchdown first, or they got a field goal? They scored again, and then, like, New England was just, like, out of it. It was a close game, and New England was just, like, out of it. They couldn't move the ball anymore. They couldn't defend. They was getting stupid penalties. It was just like, so it ended 20-10. Yeah, I didn't see much in that one. I know this one had you sick. Ravens at Bills. You had Baltimore money line. We all saw that one. we all saw that one, bro. Like,
Hey, yeah, so on to the next game.
Yeah. Side note, I had Ravens fans reach out to me, and it was like, as a Falcons fan, this is something you may be used to. How do we get past it? I was like, screw you, dog. But what you do is, yeah, nah.
You become numb to it.
Yeah, bruh. Oh my God. That was, but you know what? I probably said it. I don't think I said it on the pod. But I know I said it talking to you. We were sitting out watching the game, bruh. 11 at that point in time, 11 of the 13 minutes in the fourth quarter, Baltimore's defense had been on the field. And I told the dudes who was watching it, because it was like 2:22 left. I said, go for this fourth down. And he was like, because they were at like the 40 or something, right? And this is where, and I got like three different thoughts going on. Let me try to center them up. One, this is where I feel like that it is not a racial thing, and I don't want it to come off racially connotated. That backyard football mentality comes in with Lamar, and it bite him in the behind, right? Because on a crucial third down, you run over and whisper to D-Hop real quick and run back to the line or run back to the center, like everybody in the stadium don't know now you going to him. You know what I'm saying? Like on some backyard school type stuff. Like don't nobody do that. You have a check, you have an audible. And I understand, new to the team, this is first season. All right, cool. Did not like that, right? You run a shallow cross in that situation. You get stopped, it's 4th and 3. There is no situation in the world in which your defense has been on the field 11 of 13 minutes, has allowed 3 straight scores, and the only reason this game isn't tied is because they've missed 2-point conversions, that you punt that ball. There's no reason you do that. Because they were on almost a 40-yard line, and dude sitting on the couch was like, oh, if they punt, or if they don't get it here, they've lost the game. I said, if they punt it, they lost the game. Because their defense ain't stopped nothing, bro. Ain't stopped nothing. Like, so I was like, there's no reason to punt this ball. They punted it, played conservative. And I think what was frustrating to see as a Falcons fan is that we lived through Mike Smith. You know what I'm saying? We lived through Mike Smith. Play conservative over and over again. We lived through, what was our last coach? He's with Washington now. Dan Quinn, who started his career ultra aggressive in terms of like that space and time. He was aggressive, right? Like the league has gotten far more aggressive now. But like for that space of time when he started playing, was an aggressive coach and then get very timid toward the end, right? Especially after that Super Bowl loss. We lost so many close games just because punting the ball unnecessarily, not going for it when we needed to. And it's like you're seeing the same things with Harbaugh. This is a harbinger, right? Like this is a flashing red light. I did not like that. And then ultimately, like lastly, that defense was just bad. Like not, I can't say defense was bad. Defense was tired. Like they were on the field 13 of the 15 minutes in the fourth quarter. It was like 13:30 something of the 15 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
There's no defense in the league, period, that's going to be able to, like the worst thing that happened to them is Derrick Henry scored his touchdown super fast.
Yeah.
Because the Ravens scored. They had that D-Hop score. They had the Derrick Henry score. Both of them were super fast. Like it was tough. That last one. Hey, bro, I know. Did you break anything? That's all I want to
know. Nah, it was more to a state of confusion because like I went to the bathroom thinking it's 25-40. I go to the bathroom. I come back. It's 38-40. I'm like, what?
And they're scrolling on TikTok, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it got sideways quick.
Yes.
But your win for the week, you were all over Detroit at Green Bay money line. Like, yeah, that boy belt to add. versus Detroit, bro. And to be honest, that had to do with my picks this week. Like I picked some bounce backs for this week, but like yeah, Green Bay they stuck it to Detroit. What'd you see there?
I don't know. I don't trust Detroit new coordinators. They ain't earned it yet, so and they kind of showed why.
That's the main point. That's the other thing. It's like offensively, like defensively, I feel like Green Bay is going to put it on a lot of teams, to be honest with you.
For sure.
Like, I feel like Green Bay's offense is going to be like super legit this year. But just like from an offensive standpoint, Detroit, they look so just plain. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like Ben Johnson looked like he lit up the world with Chicago. So, right. You know, you got the same players. I don't know. I don't know what that coordinator's doing up there, but it looks so boring.
It did look boring. Yeah, it absolutely looked boring. This week one though, so it's not going to be pretty. Maybe they'll figure it out. I mean, they got the talent over there. They probably just got to find their new identity.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I'm not going to lie. That was a game that was kind of just like on, and yeah. I think it was on the same time as the Falcons game. So like,
I mean, if it was on during the Falcons game, I didn't watch it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I was kind of peeking over at it. You know what I'm saying? But every time I looked, it was getting smashed. So to our Falcons pick. We both were online with Tampa at Atlanta money line. We have discussed the game ad nauseum. Yes, the Falcons lost. No, they shouldn't have. Whatever it is. The prop bets. I didn't. So when you hear about me being profitable, I'll mention whether I parlay or not my prop bets. I didn't parlay these prop bets. These were straight ones. So like I came away with a little bit of money. Taj, I don't know if you parlayed yours.
Parlay.
I
didn't.
Yeah, so it's a win there. Taj came away 3-2. I came away 3-2. So yours, the Pitts over 38.5. He had 59 yards. Penix over 234.5. He had 298. And then London over 6 receptions. He had 8. The two misses were Pierce over 1.5 sacks and Baker over 1.5 sacks taken.
They really kind of robbed him out of a sack, but
they really hold him. Like that's what I wanted to get to. I said they really hold him.
So we definitely sacked him by Zach Harrison, sacked him on that edge, but it what it is. It's cool. So the Pierce sack didn't happen, but yeah, Baker should have been sacked twice, but statistically they can't see apparently, but you know, like they drink on the touchdown, but it's okay.
It's one sack. For me, I had Bijan anytime TD, Penix over 250 passing yards, and Mike Evans over 50 yards receiving. He had 51 yards. I said, let's go.
Damn.
I said, let's go, big dog. Let's go. Falcons defense for 1 turnover was a no, and then London over 90 yards receiving.
They should have had like 4-5 of them things.
My nigga y'all niggas proved why y'all play DB. Y'all proved why y'all play DB, bro. London was over 90 yards receiving. He had 60 something. Yeah, 8 receptions, but he only had like 65. Yeah, like a low.
They was doubling him, so
yeah. Good news. They did say he's trying to play this week. With that shoulder injury, so we'll see. We'll see how effective he is. So
they're gonna give him some juice.
Yeah, hopefully it's not like it doesn't linger. To be honest, I believe in Penix, and so like maybe that early bye is helpful, right? And they let him sit out the game before the bye and get like a 2-week rest. But we're gonna need him these next 2 games. So like. It sucks. Like starting out 0-1 push you behind the ball. Really don't want to start out 0-2. But going into next week's betting pod. All right. So for me, the games that we have in common this week are none. This is one of the rare weeks where we did not bet on any of the same games. It's crazy. It rarely happens with us. So for me, I had Washington and Green Bay.
Crazy.
Yeah, we usually pick the same game, but no, we haven't. That's good. We got 10 separate games. So Washington at Green Bay. I got Green Bay on the money line. I really think that Green Bay's offense is going to take off. Washington, slick note, oldest team in the league, right? So like defensively, they are pretty decent, but they were playing the Giants last week, and the Giants might be the most inept team in the league with Russell Wilson as quarterback. Not a bad guy, not a bad person. I think his days being a starting NFL quarterback should be over. Just honest, right? So until Jackson Dart gets in there, I don't consider the Giants a real team. Like the game I was gonna bet on was the Giants and Dallas, but it's like it's at 5.5, and I was like, man, I think the Giants could cover that. And I thought about it, and I was like, probably not. Probably not. I'm sipping that juice. I'm sipping that juice, that Cam Ward juice, bro. The Rams at Tennessee plus 5.5. I think I want to take it, bro. I'm taking Tennessee 5.5. They didn't look absolutely terrible versus Denver, who has a legit defense.
His receivers let him down big time.
Boy, his receiver sold the farm on him, bro. And like I was telling dude, it's his fault. It's his fault. It's his fault. Because what he should have did was hike the ball, run 30 yards down the field, and put it in his stomach like a running back. Because obviously throwing to his numbers is like hitting Calvin Ridley right in the zero is a bad move. Like that's asking too much of him. Right. So as a quarterback, as the leader of the team, you got to know that you need to walk it down the field 26 yards and put it in his hands. Hopefully that drop issue gets solved because Cam, bro, he looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of the concerns that I had in Miami, he was like, "Shut up," and I said, "All right, my bad, my fault." Because Denver's a good defense, and you know if stat watch, box score watch, 12 points. I think he maybe had like 160 yards, 170 yards, or something like that. Like, bro, he got sold by his receivers. Chicago at Detroit. I'm getting Chicago to keep it within 6. Now, I do have Detroit winning, right, as a bounce back game. But like we talked about, I don't trust their coordinators. And so I definitely think that Chicago will be able to keep it close. Caleb imploded late in the night, but at the beginning of that game, he did look good. And I think he's turning the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can never go broke taking a profit. You can't never go broke taking a profit. So, like, you know, people talk about like, oh, he's checking down. That's what started the 10 for 10. But, like, that got him 14 points. There's nothing wrong. Hell, sometimes we need Penix to take the check down. And Mr. Swole Arm over there be like, but there's somebody open 50 yards down there. So I gotta try that out one time.
I mean, he did though.
Yeah, one of his checkdowns went for a touchdown.
He checked down a bit last week.
Tampa Bay at Houston. I'm taking Houston with the money line. They say don't bet emotionally. This is slightly an emotional pick, mainly because like I really need Tampa to lose. But also they're going to Houston. That's not a super far trip, but you're on the road. And I think Houston has a bounce back week in them. Their offense looked pedestrian. Like it looked pathetic last week. And so I'm expecting a pretty big bounce back. Bobby Sloak is still there.
No, it's not.
No, where'd he go?
Home.
Oh, they fired him last season?
Yeah.
They did because he had a terrible season last year. All right. Well, he's learned a new offense then. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
Doesn't change my pick. I still believe in Houston as a team. I think they'll bounce back. But the one I'm really taking, I'm gonna hold my nose and take it, but I said it after Baltimore lost. Cleveland at Baltimore. Baltimore is favored by 11.5 points. I would take this number all the way up to 14. I think Baltimore is going to kick the teeth in the Cleveland Browns. So one, this is the 30th anniversary for Baltimore, and they're doing it against the team that they like rode out in the middle of the night on. So like they're not losing that game. Then after how they lost last week, beat the brakes off them. And then Cleveland, I don't think that a team loses all hope after week one, but the way they lost, I wouldn't be surprised if they come out a little deflated. And Baltimore, like, they can put it on you pretty quick. Yo, you saw with Buffalo, they'll put it on you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, 11.5, I'm all right with that number. Taj, what about your games, my man?
Well, I got the Saints covering the spread versus the Niners. I think this is what 4. I got 4.5. Started at 7.5, but it dropped down to 4 after the Purdy news. Yeah, I don't think the Niners are that good. This isn't that I think the Saints are that good. I just don't think the Niners are that good. So I'm gonna pick them to cover the spread. We gonna go on now to the next game. I got the Cardinals just straight up over the Panthers. Cardinals got a good defense, and they got a bona fide corner in Will Johnson. He looked like he might be the real deal. So I expect some more Bryce turnovers.
Yeah. And they traveling to Arizona. Yeah.
We're going to get on down to game number 3. I got the Colts, and I'm taking them money line over the Broncos. I could be feeling myself a little bit. I don't know. But I don't trust the Broncos offense like that. It could have a bounce back week. Very well could, but I think the Colts are an underrated team, and I think their defense is better than people are giving it credit for. To the next game. Eagles over Chiefs. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final game. Chargers over the Raiders, and I'm taking the spread. I think it's 3.5. Divisional game, but
I got you at 3. I got you at 3. Did you get it at 3.5? I got you at 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I told you everything was 0.5.
Oh yeah, you did.
Chargers. I think this might be the year the Chargers actually win the West. But that remains to be seen. But
I was about to say, I've been hearing that for like 4 years now. Like,
yeah, that remains to be seen. But this week they're over the Raiders.
So, both 1 and 4 last week. We'll check back in on this week. Now let's look to our Falcons game and Falcons pick. We both have Atlanta at Minnesota. We got Atlanta plus 3.5. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to go money line, but at the very least, I know this is going to be a close game because Penix is playing, and if Penix is playing, then it's going to be a 3-point game one way or the other, right? Like it just is what it is at this point. Like, hold on, what was that stat you said about all his losses?
Oh yeah, either a kick. All his games are either a kick or overtime.
Like, yeah, he's 1 and 4. So like the one win, they beat the brakes off the Giants. But like all 4 of his losses have been just we ain't never out of the game with him in there. So 3.5 seems real reasonable. So we both got a Bijan prop. I got him for an anytime touchdown. You got him for over 68.5 rushing yards. Especially after that poor rushing total last week, I definitely think that's they're gonna look to get him going and get him going early. I got Penix longest completion of over 33.5. You got Penix over 239.5 passing. I understand. Brian Flores is a great defensive coordinator. Not a good. He's a great defensive coordinator. I think that number for Penix is ludicrous. Like, this man has gone over 250, I think, in every one of his starts, hadn't he?
I think at least 3 out of 4.
And so, like, 239 is like, but it was like 224 last week, wasn't it? Hold on.
I couldn't even tell you what it was last week. I'm on a different notebook.
Oh, it was 234. It was 234 last week. So you see it inching up. They starting to recognize, like, oh yeah, nah, he gonna get some yards in.
Yeah.
And I took the longest completion of over 33.5 just because, like, he liked the long ball, man. And get a bomb in you.
Enough, he didn't have anything over 15 yards last week.
Which is crazy because he did put it in the air. He put it in the air multiple times. But yeah, guys just didn't come down with it. So for me, my other 3, I got JJ, Justin Jefferson with an anytime touchdown. The longest field goal of the game will come from Atlanta, and then Atlanta over 20.5 points. Right? I do think we'll be able to score like 27-24 in that range. Your other 3, you got Mooney with the anytime touchdown, Pitts with an anytime touchdown, and then I don't know how you got this steal, but JJ McCarthy over 16.5 rushing yards.
Yeah, see, I'm not calling him JJ. There's only one JJ on the team, and it's Jettas. I'm calling him Jonathan James.
Jonathan James McCarthy. All right, my fault. Over 16.5 rush yards. That's criminal. Like, I don't know why they even let you bet on that. That's better than the stock market. You just put a bunch of money on that one because, like, we're going to allow a backdoor run out.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's going to happen. So, like,
oh, well, if y'all just want to give it to me, I'll take it. I mean,
hey, look, straight up. So that's us for this week, you guys. It will be posted on X. If you want to stay off X because of the news today and the close-up videos, hey, look, bro, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Go on in a couple of days once that all dies down. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's crazy what they allow on that platform, bro. Like, it's wild. But regardless, appreciate y'all. Please bet responsibly.
I'm not, but yeah, don't do what I do. Do what you do.
Can you give it 3 minutes? Can you just give it 3 minutes, like 30 seconds at least, to do the real thing? All right, yo, hold on. All right. Please bet responsibly. Don't bet anything that you can't afford to lose.
Kidneys, you need those.
If you need, man, finish it. Nah, finish it. Finish it.
Go ahead.
No. Since you want to do it, go ahead and finish it.
I'll shut up. You good.
Nah, what is it? Bet responsibly. Don't bet anything you can't afford to lose. Oh, if you need help, know your limits. Know what your unit is. If you need to stop or you need help, please reach out.
If it's the mob, you screw it though.
Yeah, but hey, look, if you get to the point, this is what I learned. This is what I learned on some real shit. If you get to a point where you understand you need help in gambling, you way too far gone.
You done sold some stuff that you ain't even got.
So you way deep.
One of your lovers missing something, they don't even know what it is yet. They don't even know what's missing yet. You done sold it for bet money.
Your uncle walking into the house like, I know I had a TV in this room. I know I had a TV in this room.
You don't see my prosthetic leg.
Hey, Dylan like Rocket Raccoon. I'm getting that. Yo, we gotta stop. All right. Yo, where we at? Oh yeah, reach out if you need help. Follow us on all social platforms at BOAF Media. It's me, your boy Qcity.
Your boy Taj Bravado.
We out.
Peace.